everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI. This is episode 16. We've made it to the same episode number as the game. Last time was just incredible. Like, it was just mind-blowing. I'm picking the game up and I'm continuing to play immediately after because I just need to see what is going to happen after this. We went to Rosalith Castle and there was the invasion forces of Hugo Kupka and his army, and we quite literally disarmed him. He was not as much of a handful as he thought he would be for Clive, that's for sure. However, we are heading back to the hideaway after just so many things have taken place in that one place of Rosalith. We're going to head back to the hideaway and see what else lies in store, because I'm flabbergasted, for lack of a better word. Let's travel to the hideaway.
Just look at the state of you. You're more of a wreck than this place. Is this what you call taking better care of yourself? No more excuses, your ladyship. I order you to rest. Fine. I'll rest.
Don't worry, Gav. She's in good hands.
But we should have never let her fall into Hugo's, back when he had some like. The question is, where is he now?
And what the hell were those royalists doing there?
I was wondering about that all the way home.
Otto may have heard something. I'll talk to him.
And I'll talk to Tomes.
The lawsman. About what?
About your faithful hound for a start. If any four-legged friend's ever done that before, I'm betting Tomes will have read about it. But what I want to know is, what happens afterwards? It's all well and good Torgal saving our arses, but if it costs him what it cost Jill...
Right. Let me know if you learn anything.
Will do. And you do the same, eh?
But I want to talk to Tomes.
Jill. Listen to Taya.
I will. Thank you.
That's actually a good idea with Gav, like showing concern for Torgal like that, of like, is this going to like take an effect on him, in a negative way, because that's kind of how the iconic abilities work. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we absorbed the power of Earth. Clive has claimed a portion of the Icon Titan's essence. Attuning with Titan not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities such as Wind Up, a singular strike that increases in potency when charged. Titan's iconic feat, Titanic Block, can be used to fend off most incoming attacks. Using Square immediately after a perfectly timed precision block will initiate a devastating counter. We actually have a block. That's awesome. And then as soon as you are hit, using Square immediately after a perfectly timed block will initiate a devastating counter. So it's essentially we get like a parry mechanic on top of the game already having a parry mechanic attacking them at the right time. Cool. How does it work? Because it looks like we've only got like 3 slots, right? Wow, okay, so you can have 3 at a time. It looks like I might be resetting my skill tree again. I can't decide. I feel like I might take Garuda's out because, to be honest, we use the Deadly Embrace the most, and we use Gouge to really take down the stagger meter. That's kind of it. And then this seems kind of overpowered to use against mobs. I reckon out of these, Garuda will be the one that I will replace with Titan. So we can block enemy attacks with Titanic block. So that's our circle move. That's cool. Wind up, punch forward, hold the button to wind up, increasing potency. It's a big damage dealer. And upheaval, slam a fist into the ground, dealing damage to all enemies within range. Hold the button to increase the range. Okay. Abilities, Titan channeled. Titanic block. Guard is maintained indefinitely while circle is held. Movement is possible while guarding, but it's reduced. Blocking attacks fills limit break gauge. It cannot block certain powerful attacks. Precision blocks can fend off powerful attacks that normal block cannot. It fills the limit break gauge at a faster rate. Square can be pressed to deliver up to 3 powerful counters. Mastery increases the limit break gauge gain, and that's it. Interesting. Okay. We also have Raging Fists. Step forward. Oh my god, look at that punch animation. What the fuck? Just wailing on him. Oh my god. Jesus. This first one, though. Look at this. Oh my god. Step forward and deliver a blinding flurry of high-speed punches. Blocking an enemy attack with the step forward increases the potency of the following punches. And Earth and Fury, amazing, drive both hands into the ground, causing the land to surge upwards, sending nearby enemies flying. Okay. Here's the thing, we can reset all abilities for free. It's amazing. If you're like, all right, we'll put Garuda on the back burner for now, and you'll just refund, and then those points can just go into Titan. And then I just need to remember which abilities on my Efreet tree need to be relearned and mastered. With mastery, assigning them to any icon, though, that one's kind of important because you can master Gouge if you want it, but you can still use Titan's abilities. Once you master everything, it won't matter which icon you have equipped, because it then just becomes a point of which abilities do you want. Let's reset. 9,000 ability points will be refunded. Now, it looks like it marks the ones that you previously were putting points into, I think. So we'll focus on our normal tree again. We'll learn and master these. I've never used Taunt, because I just feel like it's kind of unnecessary. We haven't really needed to pull the attention of a target. I guess you can kind of goad them into attacking, but like 40 ability points, so expensive, you know? Wow. Let's get Earth and Fury. Now, mastery of this increases the limit break gauge gain. I don't really mind. I can do without that for now. We'll get Flames of Rebirth. We'll get our Heat Wave. We'll master that. Unfortunately, you can't change, because obviously this is the key ability on each icon. The Phoenix Shift, the Deadly Embrace, the Blind Justice, like these can't be assigned to any slot. So those are obviously the ones that you need to hold on to. We're going to upgrade. We'll learn Judgment Bolt. Now I've got 1600. So I'm going to upgrade Heat Wave, because we already had that upgraded before. And I feel like extends precise execution window or extends precise execution window. Increases attack potency and allows assignment to any icon. So maybe we'll do Raging Fists because I want to try these out. I don't know which one I want to upgrade though. We'll decide which one that I actually like the most. I'll master that again, and then I'll sit on these ability points until I've decided which one of these I actually want. So that is restarting that. Power drive. So we'll do wind up and upheaval for now, and then we'll have a look at Raging Fists and Earth and Fury and see what that's all about, because we'll probably stick Earth and Fury on. Or maybe what we can do is we can actually be smart about this. We can go straight to the training room. We can go straight to training. I wonder if we're allowed to check in with Tomes, or whether that door will be closed because that's where Gav is at the moment.
Tricks again. Jill looked white as a sheet when they brought her back. I dread to think what happened in Rosalith.
I'm loving the NPC updates because that was a criticism that I brought up earlier in the playthrough. Of when you're running through an area doing side quests time and time again, you'll hear a lot of repetitive dialogue. But what is good, and I think Final Fantasy VII Remake, the other recent main release, did this kind of the same as well, is you'll hear a lot of repetitive dialogue, but then it changes with the story, which is really nice. So I can appreciate that. It just is a little bit, it can be a little bit annoying sometimes. When you're doing side quests in an area, but that only came up when I brought it up in that episode. It hasn't really come up as much outside of that. All right, let's have a look at these. So wind up. Is the red what you want to aim for? And we can't change it while we're in combat. Or can we? We can. Raging Fists. Okay. Interesting, okay. Raging Fists, I feel, have a lot of uses if you're really, really good at blocking. So I think that's not going to be good for me. Wind up is just punching forward, increasing attack potency, and then this one's slamming the fist into the ground. So I might have upheaval, I reckon, and Earth and Fury. Good, like, AoE attacks, for sure. I definitely have an AoE focus. Okay, less effective from far away. Or is this the best way if you hold it fully? I was wondering if you get it in that red mark, if that's better. So that does 6,035 battle performance. This is how to get it to, like, cool down immediately. Just do this, and then it resets. Okay. Or if I get it in the red, will it be better? Okay, no, it's worse. Okay. So you do just want to fully charge up the meter. Gotcha. Okay. Lovely. And then I want to get this enemy to attack me. Enemy aggro. Enemies will attack. Nice. Yeah! I did it. Did a precision block. Oh. That's awesome. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh. That's so cool because you can choose to. Yes, you can look at that on the big moves too. Wow. That's awesome. I really like that. So you can dodge, but you can also do your precision blocks, but you got to work on that timing for sure. So there's the standard ones. Nice. And you don't take damage, which is nice. Just standard blocking, you don't take damage. Something that I think is amazing about a game like this as well, that I really like, is when you're like, I just need to test out a new icon or these new abilities, and the game allows you to just play around with a random enemy and do exactly that. That's awesome. The way that you can just continuously, as long as you're good with your timing, you can continuously get those precision blocks. That's amazing. The dodges are very satisfying, but that adds a whole other level to it as well. Damn, I'm just thinking about the other icons that are in this game as well. Like, this is our first sort of confirmation that we've got more than 3, because I saw that we had 3 slots. So I was like, will we get the other iconic abilities? And now that we've got Titans, that opens up possibilities for Odin, Bahamut, you know, and then, God forbid, Shiva. But what we know at the very least is you don't need to kill a dominant to absorb a portion of its power. We absorbed Benedicta and Hugo's powers without them dying when it took place. Like, they still had access to their powers. It was Sid who gave his abilities to us as he was getting taken out, and he was on his last legs. So we could have something happen on that level with Shiva, which would be really cool. Honestly, it looks like that's kind of what we're heading towards, is it seems that the fate or the destiny of this vessel, this mythos that we seem to be, is to wield all of the iconic abilities. And that mural, I'm almost so certain that that is supposed to be us at the top. Like a fully realized being, absorbing every single power of every icon. You become like Ultima Weapon, right? That kind of seems like what they're going for. Or whether it's like Omega Weapon. Okay, we can go and visit Tomes. Nice. Gav's not even here yet.
Books about Torgal. I know. Let's write one.
Gav has already been here. But yeah, it seems that we're headed in that sort of direction of possessing all iconic abilities, which is what Ultima kind of wants for us. Oh, there you are.
Torms is going to look into what happened to Torgal for us. You make sure he's not hurting himself doing, well, whatever the fuck it is he did.
Thanks, Gav.
Is there something I might assist you with, Clive?
Okay. I thought there might have been a dialogue option about Torgal there, but no.
I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before.
Hippocrates updates the tomes.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
That didn't go up anywhere near as much as I thought it would, actually. Alright, let's see. Hugo. Dominant of the Icon Titan, Warden of Earth, on learning the identity of the one who slew his beloved Benedicta, he sends his forces to ransack Rosalith, capital city of Rosaria and Clive's former home, in the hope of drawing him out. Clive takes up the offer and is able to best Kupka in battle, cutting off his hands in the process, but before Clive can deal the finishing blow, the helpless Hugo is spirited away by a mysterious man from Waloed. This is really funny that they're sticking to the mysterious man. It's this person. The Royal Knight Lord Commander. It's this person. So we actually don't have a name for this person. I guess that's why they're mysterious. They are just known only as the Lord Commander at the moment. He accompanied his liege to Fort Zenitra in the Republic of Dalmatia to negotiate the provision of reinforcements from the Royal Order of Knights. We haven't seen this character since the beginning of the game, and it has been some time, so I guess it's understandable that it might slip people's minds, but I've looked at this screen so much, I've kept all of these characters' silhouettes in my mind. Recognize this guy immediately, so that's interesting. Torgal's thing updating. Look at look at him. So Clive's faithful friend brought back from one of Archduke Elwyn's expedition to the frozen northern territories, where he was found half-starved and shivering in a snowfield. So from the frozen northern territories, and that's where Shiva came from. So Torgal is from the northern territories, where Shiva's from, which could explain potentially the blue energy that he has, like sort of an ice type thing. But then he spent a lot of time with Cid, and it looks like there's a lot of electrical energy there as well. And then it's like he has a bond with Clive, which is like this sort of iconic vessel. So it seems that Torgal might either instinctively or naturally have these abilities, or it's just been due to exposure by hanging out with so many different dominants. I'm curious as to what the answers will be. The Silvermane, chieftain of the Northern Territories and Jill Warwick's father. After his homeland's raids into Rosario were finally quelled by the duchy, his daughter was taken as a ward of the Rosfield family to ensure that he would never raise arms against them again. The Silvermane. Okay. A nation formerly known as the Grand Duchy of Rosaria, occupying the western reaches of the continent of Storm. With the fall of Drake's Breath, life for the people of Rosaria grew steadily more difficult, and countless thousands were forced to seek refuge in and around the country's already overcrowded cities. Then, in 878, Hugo Kupka's forces invaded, piling further misery on the downtrodden populace, but loosening the Empire's grip somewhat in the process. The former capital of the Duchy of Rosaria, when Hugo Kupka's forces invaded, the entire city was put to the torch and the magnificent castle sacked, causing many of its inhabitants to flee. I guess Annabelle must be in the Crystalline Dominion then, with Olivier. Situated in the heart of the ducal capital of Rosalith, this ivory fortress has been under Sanbrequois command since 860, although little remains for them to command since much of the capital was destroyed. Siege of Rosalith. It does explain itself. We're kind of reading a lot of descriptions around the same thing. Hugo attacked Rosalith. Quirls. Sleek-bodied creatures with coats of silk and fur, Quirls are anything but soft and will attack their prey viciously with tooth, claw, and even whisker, the latter of which can be used to generate powerful bolts of Heartstop and Levin. Though native to the arid climes of Dalmatia, Quirls have been known to wander far in search of new territory, and rumors place them as far north as the Dragon's Eyrie in Sanbreque. Cool. And that's everything for the lore at the moment.
Tome says he's looking for books about Torgal.
we've got updates at our reading table, so we'll do that, and we've unlocked some new hunts, which is nice too.
Welcome home, Clive. I was worried I'd never see you again.
Is it business or pleasure? Go on then.
It's always a pleasure to deal with you, Karen.
Better I'll be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
Right, who's writing letters to me? Homecoming. I apologize for what happened at Rosalith. I fear what might have been had not you, Gav, and Torgal fought so fiercely. Once again, you were there when I needed you most, and for that I shall forever be grateful. Seeing the city I had once come to know as my home reduced to flame and rubble has left me with much sadness in my heart, but the time for looking back is beyond us. We must focus on the here and now. Our memories will be waiting for us when this is all through. I love that she writes us letters while, like, not even being apart from us. It's very cute. It's thoughtful. She writing us cards.
See, there's nothing to fear.
Writing us cards. Just little letters.
She looked white as a sheet when they brought her back.
Just so we can always remember her words.
They've been up to their old tricks again.
And how may I assist you today?
What is it that you wish to learn?
Here's the latest information I have.
Blessed with magic, it says. It says, blessed with magic. Interesting. Absorbs the power of Titan. This is cool. Look, it has like the intervenes in Invasion of Rosalith. We just have Waloed as a question mark at the moment. There's literally only like 2 people alive that are associated with Waloed that we even are aware of at the moment, which is kind of interesting. What the fuck? Who is the medicine girl, right? Because the medicine girl got her own codex entry and then she shows up again to like on the road to help out Joshua. She's got a relationship thing in here. It's so weird. I wonder how that's going to circle back.
One must understand one's place in the world.
Interesting. So, Waloed were just chilling over here. Hang on, wait a minute. Okay. They were just watching this all take place, which is kind of interesting. So while Dalmacia is doing the siege of the Crystalline Dominion with Sambraquois, Waloed are just chilling, watching, and then they take their opportunity to just come in here. Does that mean there might be some spies or people watching from Waloed and for them to be aware of these movements?
Thus ends today's lesson.
What hunts have we unlocked? Just one? Muddy murder. Rumors spreading throughout the southern reaches of Rosaria of a pool of opalescent ooze that has been sighted in the moors and meadows of the region. While it resembles naught but a puddle of strange sludge from a distance, any man or beast that draws too close is met with masses of slimy hands that drag their prey into a gaping, grinning maw. Is this what we want for our children? Please, won't somebody think of the children? Alright, an A rank. We're getting into the big time. That'll be what we get that ooze crafting item from to make the dragon gauntlets.
Otto, is now a good time?
It's not a bad one. How's Jill doing?
Oh, she's been better. Ty is making sure she gets the rest she needs.
Good.
Any word on Kupka's movements?
Vivian's doing what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scraps.
We've sent ours out to the curse breakers and our other friends in the west, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet. But it's only a matter of time.
Right. Let me know when you find something.
There he is. All right, Clive. Still busy saving the world.
Mid. When did you get back?
Mid?
Just now.
What about your studies?
Adjourned. Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria. All the canvas in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right. You win.
How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her. While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, Clive, you heard the professor. So, I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on. Breath of fresh air? Bloody tempest, more like.
Oi, Otto, you got my gill?
Huh? What are you on about?
My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying.
That little...
They literally have a character named Mid.
I wonder what Mid's plotting.
Oh, okay, so that's what this was that was previously inaccessible. Literally have added a character to the game named Mid. An exuberant, fiery youth. Okay. I'm like, am I supposed to know this person? But no, obviously it's another new character similar to Vivian that has cropped up in the last 5 years. And it's like we've always known them.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest soon?
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it. Then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't.
Oh, it's Sid's daughter.
That was his dream for me. That one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well. If Sid could see you now. All right. I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
For me?
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need, and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
Okay. I remember that Sid having a daughter came up earlier in the game.
Blackthorn.
I remember that came up earlier in the game, but I didn't expect them to do something so silly as to have Sid's daughter named Mid. So Sid Olphus, what is this? Mid Olphus? What's your full name, Mid? No, Mid's just me middle name, innit? Alright. Yeah, it clicked with me as soon as she started talking about this. I'm like, oh, right, of course. Sid's daughter. How interesting. Oh, there you go. Midadol. Sidolphus and Midadol. Midadol Telemann. Daughter of Sid and student of engineering at the University of Canva, from a young age, Mid showed the same passion for invention as her father and an even greater aptitude. She is as well versed in the secrets of modern and fallen technology as any scholar in the twins, and means to put that knowledge to use in service of the Hideaway. Well, we have our new Sid, and what's interesting about this one is this is our engineer Sid. Obviously, same passion for invention as her father, so it seems that Sid would have also been kind of similar, but his story and his character was more focused on other things, being the dominant of Ramu and the leader of the Hideaway. But this is our engineer version of Sid, who has a greater aptitude for invention and is well versed in the secrets of modern and fallen technology. And we're currently in the ruins of an airship. It's kind of just piecing itself together slowly, isn't it? Mid's going to have a storeroom, tinker away at some things, understand some secrets of fallen technology, help fill us in on why Clive can interact with this stuff potentially. And who knows, maybe there'll be an airship along the way. It feels like it would head in that direction. But say hello to female Sid, almost in the same way that Final Fantasy 15 did, where it had like the Grandpa Sid mechanic and then Sydney, which is kind of funny. So let's speak with Karen and Blackthorn. Let's get to work, shall we? That is quite funny.
I heard. Mid's building a workshop down in the stalls, is she? I suppose space is the one thing we do have down there. If she wants to take it over, it's no skin off my nose.
I wonder how we pronounce her first name. That will be interesting when it's said out loud for the first time.
White as a sheet.
Midadol.
Ivan's newest dish is a masterpiece. Once you get over the urge to gag, that is.
Damn, people are eating it.
Oh, Maeve knows how to brew a bitter, all right.
I expect this place will be sprouting wings soon enough then.
Mid's back from Canva. I expect this place will be sprouting wings. They're just very casually dropping airship references on us right now. Not even being coy about it. This fella loves waving to me.
Was wondering where you'd got to. Mid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list.
The noxious vapors that spilled from the cracks around a certain door in Sidolphus Telemann's Deadland hideaway would sting the eyes and burn the nose of anyone who strayed too close. Combining every ingredient on this list would no doubt produce a similar result.
Think you can find everything on there?
This lot. Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment...
It's paid. 100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
Indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes in.
Thank you, Karen.
Nice.
Well, don't just stand there gawping.
Is irrepressible the word? That girl doesn't let anything get her down, that's for certain.
Quite the opposite.
In fact, she's got a way of making every bugger else get up and dance to her tune.
Like father, like daughter.
I'd say it ran in the blood if I didn't know better. Can't wait to see what kind of queer contraption she comes up with next, so long as she doesn't try and rope me into building it for her. Okay.
Coin purse weighing you down.
Hunter's waistcloth. It is documented that there were once as many as 5 nomadic tribes that hunted the arid plains of Dhalmekia. The spread of the Blight having robbed them of both land and prey, many begrudgingly abandoned their wanderlust in exchange for the safety of city walls. Hunter's armcloths. The nomadic tribes of Dhalmekia can be counted amongst some of the best hunters and trackers in the Twins. As per tradition, they claim a small, seemingly insignificant fragment of each of their prey, be it fang, bone, skin, or hair, and affix it to their gear so that the spirit of the deceased may continue to hunt alongside them. That's cool.
Finished, are you?
Blackthorn, you busy?
What does it look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools.
Sketches of ineffable devices seemingly drawn from the pages of a mad alchemist notebook and a list of the equally exotic alloys from which such things are smithed.
Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff? An airship? I'll see what I can do. Till I'll bring them over when I'm done.
My thanks. And Mid's, no doubt.
What's she trying to build?
Let's see if Bardolph's available.
What's she trying to build? An airship? They're not even subtle about it. It feels like they're just painting it so easily for us that it's not going to happen now.
Back, are ya?
We're being misdirected so hard.
Summer storm, that one.
Rolls in when you least expect it, soaking you to your skin and leaving you wringing your breeches. Just like her old man. Keeps us on our toes, though.
What do you want?
Grindstone is what we get now. And when he lifted his fists, beneath them was found naught but dust. I love only upgrading our attack and stagger by 5. I love it.
Should last you a good while.
And we can craft the hunter's waistcloth with the Kuo whisker. That's cool. Okay. We need the Earthen Fury for the +1 arm cloths. Okay. Hunter's waistcloth level 2 is not better than what we've currently got, and Hunter's arm cloth +2 is not better than what we've currently got. So not worth it. Crafting continues to be not as good as it could be. All right, let's head down this way.
Jill looked white as a sheet.
This is asking for a whole sort of different level of complexity to the combat systems, and I know it would take a tremendous amount of time and would be probably end up being more of a hassle. But imagine if with each icon that you wielded or like that you channeled, you would use a different weapon, you know? That'd be crazy. That's a cool looking sword though.
Do with a good oil in this. Should be enough to keep it. How do, Master Sid?
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch them, we'll all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
I see.
It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
All right, time to check in with Bernard again. Make for Martha's Rest. All right. We could probably take out that hunt while we're at it too. In Rosario. That was near Hawk's Cry Cliff. So I guess I will drop in here and find this bad boy. Now I believe with that description we're looking for another flan.
Let's go.
Can Ambrosia do what Torgal did and gain superpowers? Will Torgal gain superpowers again? Who knows? Is that? No, that's one of those dragon things.
All right.
A wyver. It's not what we want at all. Look out in the distance and see if you can spot something weird and jelly-like. Oh, actually, it could be... That seems like a bit of a small area to fight in. Oh, hang on. I found it. Oh, you can't even see it in the field. Flan prints. Oh my god. You can't even see it in the field. Oh, it's got those sticky, elasticy hands. Oh my god.
Thought you'd take us unawares, did you?
Oh, okay. Stonegar, okay. And Faraga, okay. Dude, you can precision... Okay. You can precision block spells, I love it. Look at that Titanic counter. Tornado, okay, great. I don't know how I can block a tornado.
Guess we're all ready.
Obviously you can see that my dude, Zaga. You can see that my attacking skills have taken a back seat while I try and focus on doing blocking instead.
Nice try.
Oh shit.
Needed that.
Oh, I forgot that that's an ability I need to hold down to use. I'm adjusting to a whole new icon. Can I block in the air? I can block in the air, cool. Jesus. Oops. Almost 40k. Jewel cast. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. There's so much hands involved there. Jeez. Oh my god. Clive being almost killed and just being like, fuck. Holy shit, dude. Oh no. Oh my god. Okay, hold on a sec. I actually have to go into my items now and do this. Because I'm out of stuff. I'm out of stuff now. That's so funny. Alright, use that. Put that there. Oh my god.
Nice try.
Oh my dear lord, there's just so many spells. Oh, I went right into the... Dude, this is insane. This is the worst situation for me to like be using a goddamn new icon for and adjusting to it. Oh my god. Oh god.
That's better.
Oh. I don't know how this works. Oh my god. I've made this so much like I've made this so much harder on myself.
Well done, Tom.
I hope I can win. Dude, that first try, but that took all of my items. Took all of my items away from me. Even my 2 elixirs, which is 20k gil. God damn, we went up 2 levels in that fight. Holy crap. That was my first A grade mark, and it lives up to that ranking. I was like panicking that whole fight while trying to learn how to use Titan. That's our first time actually trying to use Titan in a proper fight. We went up against an A-grade hunt and did all right. I really like the precision block. That's kind of the highlight of that icon for me. And there it is. There's the gelatinous mass. The wild flan excretes a sickly sweet, viscous ooze that is meant to lure would-be predators into devouring it, at which time the powerful toxins within its flesh will paralyze the victim, allowing the flan to envelop and slowly dissolve it over a period of 17 nights, up to 7 of which the victim spends alive. Oh my god, obtained by defeating the flan prince.
Well, it's dead now.
See that fallen looking orb that drops out of flans? You tell me that that's not a fallen orb, because it is. It certainly looks like it. That's really cool. To like, it's blink and you miss it. God damn, that was a great fight. Now I'm out of everything and I accidentally took a screenshot. God damn it. Alright, let's go to Martha's Rest because we can stock up on our items here as well. This is why I have not been spending money frivolously, just in case I need to actually use my 2 elixirs. I almost got cleaned out of everything there. The only thing I have left is this stone skin and strength tonics, only because
much obliged.
I couldn't use them yet.
There you go.
Because they're on cooldown.
Much obliged.
So I get attack power for 66 seconds and defense for 99 seconds. Lionheart is 33 seconds.
Thanks
I didn't have
very
any of
much.
those. Thanks,
Take care
sir.
out there, eh?
Take care out there, eh? Alright, now I gotta put my stuff back. God, that's so funny.
That'll feel good, boy.
Lovely. What a gosh darn fight that was.
I hear you ran to Rosalith's aid when the Republicans attacked. I'd have been running in the opposite direction, as fast as my poor legs would carry me.
Alright, T-Town.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look for him there then.
Oh, look for him there then. Near the ruins of Cressida. Ooh, nice. New area opening up for us. Alright. We'll travel from Eastpool, we will.
Hi. If it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now? Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could,
It's the least I can do.
Well, thank you kindly. And take care.
Lovely. Here. It's so interesting that it's like Titan's fist, like it's got Hugo's rings on it and everything. It's so cool to see it just being like exactly like the small, like my hand, in the same sort of grip. It's definitely a cool looking sword. I mean, the sword does not look sharp, I'll tell you that much. It doesn't look like a sharp sword, but it looks like a cool sword. Let's fuck up some beasts.
This shouldn't take.
Enough!
Alright, well that just one-shotted that one Crayclaw.
It's over. More. Stay down. Yeah. Bravo!
Oh, okay, of course. Oh my god, from across the map, it's the Wyver out of nowhere. I didn't expect it to cover that much distance. That's hilarious. Oh god, it pushed me across the map with that block.
Too slow. Torgal, kill! Nice try. All yours, Torgal.
Oops. It's like, sir, I'm still chilling here, okay? There you go. Precision blocks are really fun. And I'm going to keep saying that. They're really fun. I might upgrade it. It's like, I feel like the mastery shouldn't be a limit break charge. It should be like maybe more damage for like the counters or something.
That should do it.
I'll do it.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Oh, it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's on to your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
I'll meet you there, lad.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
I feel like as much as dodge is great at getting out of the way and then having a cool little counterattack, the block with 3 counterattacks feels awesome. So I like that you've got choice there. Wow, looks like we'll fight an enemy there at some point. Let's go and take a look around here before we head back to Mid anyway. I want to investigate. Oh yeah, this is definitely a boss arena. So I love how the map is like not even subtle about it either. Big circular area, you will face a foe in here. That'll be a hunt for sure. The icons, this is funny that I have to say this. The icons for the icons are really well drawn. Like, I love the style of the icons. Alright, not much here except for the fact that we will be back for sure. Alright, let's head back to Sid. I keep pressing the screenshot button by accident. Oh my god. It's the worst. I would take more screenshots during cutscenes if it didn't pop up with that little chime and icon. Because I like to stealth grab my screenshots, which you can do on Xbox very easily.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Back to mid. No new hunts, it looks like. What about Nectar's Adventures? Not yet. God, it's creepy looking at the fallen submerged ruins. I'm thinking what's lying underneath us.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest here?
All right, Clive. You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
Getting to work. The Breath of Earth. So now we've got stuff for wind up. Cool. Wind up cooldown by 3 seconds.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Side quest time. Do no harm. The weight of command. Okay. Well, we've got to go to the infirmary anyway. Bolts from the blue. Oh, this might be the bolts as in the materials that we picked up in terms of clothing when we picked up red velvet. Because that's what they're called, right? I can't remember her name. They're called bolts.
Ah, Clive.
Taya, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves? Oh, that's right. He went to ask Harpocrates about Torgor. He must have found something.
Okay, bolts from the blue is related to Torgal instead. Silly me being like, oh my god, it's gonna be Jill. Oh, she's just sitting there. Just think it'd be Jill wearing new clothes. Treatment diary. Today, Clive visited the infirmary to have me dress a laceration on his left forearm. I cleaned and stitched the wound and instructed him to rest the arm so that it could heal. But not an hour later, he was leaving on another mission. This must be the 100th time he's disobeyed my instructions. The next time he comes to me for treatment, I'm tying him to the bed. Alright, Taya. I'm married to Jill. You need to watch yourself.
I'm feeling a lot better, thanks to Taya's remedies. But she insists I rest.
Rest up, dear wife. I will be with you soon.
Don't keep Gav waiting. He seemed excited.
Yes, that's right. Rest up, my wife, because I need to go spend time with my male wife.
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first time, and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but there as many die as recover. Is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden, and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential, and we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way. But griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go? Oh, thank you. No one knows Herblore like Talia, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
Gotcha.
If we could get ammonia to grow here in the hideaway, we wouldn't have to risk our lives to gather it.
Alright, gather ammonia near Amber. No, not you, guy who has literally nothing for me to do ever. What is going on with this dude?
Seen enough?
You'd think that you'd get some things from him by now. Oh, 5 away. Goddamn. Okay.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Yeah. What's everyone whispering about?
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again. Jill.
Oh.
White as a
What?
sheet when you brought her back.
The side quest is right here.
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of Cursebreakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A Cursebreaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion, but this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous, but I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
I'll go and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid. And I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
Nice. Let's speak with Gav first, and then we'll leave the hideaway. Because I would really like to know about this information.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and, seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Torms?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal!
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shan't be a moment.
Mid's got like this weird line down the middle of her face. That's an interesting tan line. Alright, we need to talk about this for a second because I was pretty close. We were talking about wolf coming from the from the Northern Territories, the blue elements to it. It comes from like the frozen wastes, blah 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 blah, and that's so cool. And last episode I specifically name dropped Fenrir. Oh my god, very cool, very satisfying to like get that information. So we're going for like the Game of Thrones dire wolves, but there's only one, and it's a frost wolf, and it's goddamn Fenrir, which accompanies Shiva. That is so beautiful, and I love how Jill being in danger awakened those latent powers within him. That's really cool information, because I love that we were like racking our brain about it, just thinking about it. Like, how is this gonna work out?
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot, starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them.
Mid just being like Rapunzel with that hair, though.
Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
What do we get to do down here, though?
We have everything we need to begin work in earnest. And work in earnest we shall!
Okay.
Thanks for before, son. That was a good deed you did me. Only right I do you one in return. Though I did wonder if I'd bit off more than I could chew when Mid showed me her plans for the place. If she hadn't been there to tell me what to do, I wouldn't have known where to start.
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
It's a very interesting little work table here. Not a clue of what's to come from this workshop then. Mid's Dungeon is what it's called. Okay. Lovely.
I wish Miss Midador would let us help her with her dungeoneering.
It's just Midador. Okay. It's okay. It's just Midador. Weird pronunciation. Weird
It's a
name.
way to take a tour of her dungeon. Don't want to get roped into her experiments.
Well, everyone just casually talking about Mid.
Finally got Mid out of your hair, have you? Enjoy the quiet. Doubt it'll last long.
Alright, let's do these side quests. So, let's head for Amber. Gather the ammonia. Actually, I wonder what Amber is like at the moment, considering that I don't think the Black Shields would be there, because they're only there for that story segment.
Now for those herbs.
Great, they're only being protected by a bunch of riled raptors.
Enough of you, are
Oh. Okay, yeah, no. I fucked that up. I should have been much closer to the raptors. I only touched one of them. Sometimes you're just like, oh my god, will you just die? I'll just shoot you with fire.
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one. Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this will put Rodriguez's mind at ease. Come on.
Okay. I just want to see if walking through Amber's any different now, because we've been through some significant story stuff that maybe there'll be some new dialogue with the people that are chilling here, because the Black Shields are gone.
I can walk from here.
I don't care what my dad says. I've made up my mind. I'm joining the garrison. 2 meals a day and my own sword? It's more than I'll get staying here my whole life.
Word is, Port Isolde's closed her gates to all but the Highborn, and now a great camp sprung up along the walls.
What did those knights want, Father?
I told you to stay in the house. Go on.
The garrison's always looking for new men, you know. I mean, I've never been much of a fighter myself, but if it's that or growing turnips for the rest of my days...
I think a really sort of interesting thought that you get from this is you walk through this town of a place that's, you know, fallen under the influence, because we're all in the Imperial Province of Rosaria here, and these are people that have unfortunately fallen under the oppression of the Empire to the point where they're considering joining them, like people that used to be, you know, they would recognize, you know, the lordship of the Rosfields as they would walk through and have respect for them and stuff, and now they're joining the Empire, or potentially looking to, and then they could end up being one of those Imperial soldiers that I behead one day. So it's just kind of interesting to think about.
2 more left to join the garrison this very morn.
At this rate, there'll be none left to help with the harvest.
So they're all like joining the garrison, and then I'm just gonna slay them later.
Look around you. We cannot afford to lose any more than we already have. Please, leave us be.
Alright, lad. I'll best be out of your hair then. I'm heading to the Dragon's Eyrie, I am. Ah, nice. Gorgeous. Gorgeous it is.
Run like the wind.
That's it! Ha!
Get me back on my feet. I'll tear those bastards' heads off.
Stay still, you damned fool. Unless you want to bleed to death.
Alright, they're just injured.
Cole, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
You have duties to attend to here. See to the injured. I'll handle the rest.
All right. Just follow the path to the south. You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
Thank you. And Sid, it's good to see you.
Don't thank me just yet.
Not just yet, mate. They're literally just here. They're not even that far away. I'll give him a warm, earthly welcome. I did try to dodge out of the way of that one, but I just accepted the blow, apparently.
All yours, Torgal! Torgal, kill! All yours, Torgal! Now, Torgal! All yours, Torgal!
There you go. Done. Cooked that goblin alive, I did. Bone necklace. Very little rhyme, and even less reason went into the creation of this ghastly neck ornament. The bone strung along its crude twine, most likely belonging to those unfortunate enough to meet its maker.
Who are you?
A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
Nice. Back to the hideaway we go then.
My team needs proper medical attention, but we'll get our new companion settled first.
Why risk your lives to free the likes of us? What could you possibly gain?
God, they really drive home constantly how absolutely miserable it is to be a bearer. As you would be.
Sid, welcome back. A Stolas from the Dame arrived not long after you left. If I'd just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself. Or maybe I wouldn't. I keep making the wrong decisions.
Cole and the others got home safely. You made exactly the right decision.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after them woefully unprepared. What kind of leader sends people into danger without considering all the risks? I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of trouble.
We swore the same oath as you, Doris.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Only my ability to see it put to good use. Thank you for your faith in me. I'm not sure I deserve it. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a Cursebreaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
You will. In time.
Yeah.
Nice. Cole was looking mighty slimy in the shadows there. Clive and Doris have like the sun on them. They look all golden. Cole's rocking up like I am slimy. Breath of Fire. Rising flames cool down by 2 seconds. Lovely. I've got enough reputation for the next tier now.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Direwolf Jess. Not long ago, I was accosted by footpads. They walked the gilded path and would have perished alone in the desert, had not the Cursebreakers come to my aid. I owe them my life. May this token serve them well. A traveling Terpsichorean. Direwolf Jess.
You earned this.
Alright, 350 is the next tier. What is this item? Increases combo damage by 5%. A dire wolf subdues its prey by overwhelming it with a flurry of attacks that injure both body and spirit, stunning the creature and allowing for a quick kill before it can recover. Yeah. 5%.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
A wild herb that, when brewed into an infusion, can dull the pain of a barber's blade.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
You'll do fine. Tyre trusts you, which means I trust you. The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. But... I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's blood. Failure means death, and even success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives, and the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we never won for volunteers. Why do you think that is?
Conviction? They're willing to die?
They're willing to fight. To give their lives to create a world where people like us can be more than mere possessions. I know your work isn't easy, but neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Tyre. Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physiker's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
Damn. Learning new information about the brand with like a layer of poison underneath. That's pretty wild, actually. Built-in failsafe. Try to remove the brand and you just die. It makes sense that it's like essentially this game's version of like a slave collar that would like, if you run away too far, you're gonna like get electrocuted, shit like that.
I'm sorry I let my fear get the better of me. I'm ready to be stronger. For the hideaway. For all of us.
Very effective little side quest there.
Damn the bastard who thought to mix branding ink with the foulest poison known to man. Since then, bears have only ever had two choices. Court the crystal's curse in service of their masters, or defy the brand and suffer the wyvern's wrath. Either way, it's an agonizing death.
Damn. Alright, there you go. We get more information about it as well. Now that information has been revealed, and with that one, before we speak with Vivian, we will be bringing this episode of Final Fantasy XVI to a close. Just a shorter one there as we deal with some side quests, some hunts, and getting some information on Torgal. So some good story stuff for sure still in this episode. But next time we'll speak with Vivian about Hugo and see where that leads us next. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.